welcome to the Hooked on Needles podcast. My name is Maricela, or Mari if you prefer, and this is a little video podcast of things that I get up to, whether it's knitting or crocheting. And so welcome if you are a new viewer. Thank you so much for taking some time to spend with me, and if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate it, and I am glad to see you again. Anyways, I wanted to go ahead and make a video because this coming week I am hoping to be busy. I'm doing some late spring cleaning, I guess, and the house, well, not all of the house, but my room is gonna be, a bomb, like a bomb went off in there, and then this craft room, like a bomb went off. And this one actually already looks that way because I had a table in here that I was actually using to record on. I would, prop up my phone on it. But it was a bit crowded, and the reason I had it in here was because my son likes to be with me. He plays on his own and everything, but he likes to know that someone is there with him. So when I would come down and start, knitting or crocheting, he would be here playing on that table. But as he's getting older, he has been, wanting a little more privacy as well. So we ended up redoing his room a bit, and we moved that table up there so he can dump out all his Legos, and I don't have to step on them because they're not going to be in the living room or anything. So yeah, I think it is a good change. My feet are very happy that they will no longer be injured by Legos, because if anybody has stepped on a Lego, you understand the pain. Anyway, so right now I have a little different setup. You're on a box and books, and a box is holding you up. So like a little plastic box is holding you guys up. So I don't mind. I think it's good, and I really like the light in this room, and so I don't want to try really recording anywhere else because this side of the house is what gets most of the light. So if I didn't record in here, I would have to record probably like in my daughter's room or in the dining room, which no, I'm fine just here. And then you guys get to see the tiny bit of yarn, which, by the way, I will not be acquiring yarn anytime soon. The only reason why I might is because I have a friend whose birthday is coming up, and I do want to knit her up a shawl, but I don't think I have any colors in her wheelhouse. She might like something like this, but I don't know if this might be a little too bright. It's, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so I may go hunting for some yarn for her. But other than that, I think I'm good. I was so thrilled with YarnCon, and I'm good. I'm good for a while. So anyways, it's been 4 minutes, haven't said anything. I apologize, nothing yarny. I have very little to show you because I was working like a mad woman to finish some stuff. Let's get on to the first thing, which I started after I last recorded, and I finished before I recorded this. So like I said, mad woman. I had mentioned that I wanted to make a shawl for my son's teacher, so I did. I ended up choosing the pretty basic pattern, It's by Janina Callio. And it's really pretty. And so I did want something pretty basic. And I really enjoyed doing garter stitch back and forth. Not so much the purling. I never understood why people did not like to purl until I realized that I had been purling wrong my whole, the whole time I had been knitting. And once I realized the proper way to purl, yes, I understand why people don't like it. Anyways, it takes a little bit more effort the way that I knit. So, yeah. Anyways, let me make sure I am showing you the correct side. I think it's this one. I don't know. I don't even know how I can tell, but here it is. Look at that gorgeousness, you guys. I did block it, but it did not, I didn't pull it across evenly, or to try and open up these holes. I didn't pull it evenly enough. So when I put the edges together, what's this way? I put the edges together, you see that big gap? Yep, you see it. There's way more on one side than the other, so I didn't pull it evenly. So I think I need to reblock it to make sure that I am pulling everything about the same giving everything the same stretch, and yeah, so that it's more symmetrical, because right now it is not. And I really enjoyed it. I really liked it, but I don't want to give her a wonky looking shawl. So I think I'm going to reblock it and do that. And oh, it smells delicious. And I used Rowan Fine Arts Premium Hand Painted Sock Yarn. It is merino wool, kid mohair, polyamide, and mulberry silk. And oh, okay. So the pattern, that's the label, and I guess then the dye lot, or the lot, sorry, the color number is SH301, and yeah, I really enjoyed working with it. I actually ended up using my Knitter's Pride sampler, the carbons. Yes, the carbons, and they are in a 2.5, and the reason why I did that was because I am a loose knitter. So I was okay with going down a size, since for the rain shawl that I made for myself, I also used those needles, and they are awesome. I really like them. The pattern calls for size 3.5 or 4 millimeters. And so yeah, I just used the 2.5 millimeter needles, and it also calls for 1 skein of fingering weight yarn of 100 grams, and this one is 100 grams, but I had this much left over, and I measured it, and it was 15 grams that are left, so I only used 85 grams. But again, I am a loose knitter, so and I think it is a good size. After blocking, it stretched out quite a bit, and so I really do like it. I think it is gorgeous, and like I said, I think this opening is just beautiful, the way that those things opened up. So I really do want to block it, because you can see, yeah, look at that. that's a huge difference in the distance. So I really want to reblock it and open up these things nice and open like this one, like this side. And yeah, so this week is coming up is actually Teacher Appreciation Week. So I don't know if I'll give it to her this week or if I will wait to give it to her towards the end of the year, because I also wanted to make something for her son, and I kind of started something, but I'm not so sure about the color, so I may end up doing something else. So one shawl done. If you've never knitted a shawl before and you want to give this pattern a try, I totally recommend it. It was really good. I've actually been really happy with the two that I've done, and I'm really excited and happy with the results. So yeah, you guys want to give that a go. And then I have this, which is just a basic stockinette hat, but I really like it, and I was thinking it was going to be a Christmas present for someone, but I think I'm just going to keep it because I really like it. It's so precious. And I used loops and thread facets in the ruby color 47. And this comes out like kind of like a roving. It's more of a roving than an actual yarn. It doesn't really have much of a twist at all. So knitting with it was a little difficult at times. Like there are places where I separated the fiber, which is kind of weird because it is, sorry, Texas, it's from China. That's the color. Okay, it's 100% acrylic. I went around all that label. Anyways, it's 100% acrylic. So, yeah, but I didn't, I have 3 of these, or I had 3 of these in totally different colorways. And so I really wanted to do something different. But the way that the hat turned out, I really liked. So I think I'm going to end up doing the same with this and just making another stockinette hat for a Christmas gift. This one will be a Christmas gift. And I knitted it on my 16-inch circular Chiaogus. And I totally recommend the Chiaogu needles. A lot of the other ones are can have a bit of weight to them, but these are super light and wonderful, and they're my favorite. So yeah, I totally recommend it. And yeah, this is number 2, and I really like it. I did not use all of the yarn. I had this much left, which I don't know how much it is, but I could tell you because I have my scale right here. And it comes in 100 grams. And I had 13 grams left, so not bad. And yeah, so then when I was done with the shawl, I was still on my amigurumi kick from last time, and I had seen some of these little things around Instagram, and I think I got like a suggestion on YouTube to make one, and I hadn't. But then since I was all giddy with the amigurumis, I decided to give it a go. So I made these 2 little cups. One of them is got milk, and the other one is hot chocolate with marshmallows. I made the milk one first and showed it to my kids, and they were like, "Oh, that is so cute, I love it." And then my son was like, "How about some chocolate milk, Mom? I think," or not chocolate milk. He's like, "How about some hot chocolate?" And I was like, "Okay." And in real life he doesn't like hot chocolate. So I thought it was funny that he was asking, but I was like, sure, I'll make you some hot chocolate. So I made this one, and I sent a picture to my sister and was like, look, and she's like, aren't you missing marshmallows? And I was like, oh yeah. So then I just kind of knotted and crisscrossed some little white specks of yarn to give it little marshmallows. And all I used was Red Heart Super Saver for both of these. And yeah, the little eyes, and gave them little smiles, and they are adorable. And what I really like about these is that if you have a sewer, seamstress, or that sort of person in your life, these are awesome for little pin cushions. And so I have a friend that sews, and I may be giving this to her, although I have also debated on adding it to the Mother's Day gift that I'm going to be giving. So they might end up with a little cup of something and a cactus. And so I think that will be cute, but I love it. It's happy to see you. So I love it. They came out so beautiful. And I'll put a link to a video from YouTube, although I did not follow a tutorial or anything. I just kind of did my thing. And yeah, so I don't remember exactly how many, but let's say I had 30 stitches around, and I was increasing by 5. The one that goes inside, I stopped at 25. Sorry, something in my mouth. No. I always get yarn in my mouth. Anyways, yeah, so then I just did, I stopped increasing once before, and then just did a single crochet round to make it nice and smooth, kind of, not having those peaks that you get sometimes, or so anyways, and then I just sewed it on there. So yeah, like I said, I've seen that they do have tutorials for this, but I mean, if you know how to crochet, you can pretty much figure it out on your own just by looking. And so yeah, in this, for the handle, I did the is it called the standing? No, it's not. It's, oh gosh, I forget what the name of the stitch is called, but you don't chain. You end up making the stitches as you increase the size of this. What's it called? A starting chain, is it? I'm not sure. I don't remember the name. It is totally escaping me. I apologize. But anyways, that's what I did to make the little handle. And there it is. Cup of hot chocolate. And that's all I have. Those are all my finished objects for right now. It was not a lot, but like I said, I was knitting like a crazy woman on that shawl, and I was so glad when I was finished, and I really enjoyed the whole process. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys something. So when I was reading the pattern for the shawl, I misread the pattern. I am known to do that. And I thought it said to repeat the border section 5 to 6 times. That is not what it said. It said repeat rows 5 and 6 of the border section up to 6 times. Wow. Reading is important, people. Anyway, so then what I ended up doing was doing 1 repeat of the border section, or 2 repeats of the border section, I'm sorry. And then repeating rows 5 and 6. And I actually ended up doing rows 5 and 6 12 times each. So I ended up with a lot more. And that was just because I had a lot of yarn left. And I was like, I think I can do that, and that will be okay. So yeah, I totally forgot to mention that. And I have noticed that I tend to forget a lot of stuff because last week when I showed you guys this guy, I completely forgot to tell you my favorite part of the pattern, which was that you start off with the 4 little legs and then you join all of them. So you end up knitting the body all at once and then just having to sew the top features, which is one of my favorite things about this, I think, because with other amigurumis, whenever, you know, most of them will give you just the 4 feet and then you have to sew on all 4 feet. So having them all joined and then not having to worry about them was awesome. So I totally forgot to tell you guys, and that was one of my favorite things about it. So yeah, totally recommend that again, like I said. And okay, that is all my finished objects, and those are things I wanted to tell you guys that I forgot. And works in progress, I have two or three. I'm still working on the fidget socks by Amy Stringer. And I was gonna tell you guys that this is, okay, I use these over and over, the I think they're called letter protectors, these things. I use them over and over with the patterns that I am currently working on, because sometimes I'll have drinks and I don't want the paper to get wet in case I were to spill something, which good thing I haven't. But I will put one of these on and put a sticky note on the back. And then that way I keep track of my rows and everything on the sticky note. And this helps it stay secure and also keeps it from blowing away when you are reading the pattern, because it's a little bit heavy. So, yeah, I just wanted to give you that little pointer tip or whatever. So, yeah, I'm loving these socks. I had not touched them in a long time. And then finally this week in carpool, I decided to go ahead and get them out. And I think last time I talked to you guys, I had one with the repeat and then one that only had the toes. And so now that one, the one with the toes, is actually further ahead than the other one. But look at that beautiful pattern stitch. It's so pretty. I really, really like it. I think it's gorgeous. So yeah, that is the fidget pattern. And this one, I have done 3 repeats. And with this one, I have only done 2 repeats. And so I wanted to show you guys the bit of difference. It's quite a good one. Look at that. Just 1 repeat of the pattern. So yeah, and they are coming along great. And again, if you are a first-time sock knitter and you want something that you're going to end up with looking so amazing, but yet it's not breaking your noggin trying to figure out what it says, her patterns are really, really nice. I really enjoyed them. And yeah, I totally recommend you guys go over there on Ravelry to look up some of her patterns. So I think she only has 2 sock patterns, but they are totally amazing and I love them. And those socks are in the Premier Yarns Deborah Norville collection in the chili color. I'm pretty sure I've already said that before. So yeah, but now I'm keeping my labels in there, trying to keep everything together. And I started a hat for my son's teacher's son, but I'm not so I'm not so certain about the color because it's a very, very light gray, almost white. And so I'm not sure if this is appropriate for an 18-year-old. I asked my cousin, I asked my nephew that's 17, and he said he'd wear it. So, like I said, I'm kind of debating whether I will give this one to her or if I'll make her another one. And this is, I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby. And this is the leftovers of the sweater that I had knit for my nephew earlier this year. And so I have about half a skein of each color, and the other one is that a darker gray. So I may end up doing that one for the hat, but I'm not sure. And it is super simple pattern. It's just my 1x1 rib and then 3x1 top, which I really love the way that looks, and it comes out once you're wearing it. So I will be knitting lots of these, guys. So just so you know, when I say, oh, it's my go-to hat, this is the one I talk about because I love it. So yeah, so I have that, and also the boomerang shawl that I'm knitting up for my daughter, her Hufflepuff shawl. I haven't touched it at all, so it's still looking the same, except it's a little wrinkly because it's been in the bag. So yeah, but this one is still going on. And like I said, I haven't touched it. I don't plan on having much progress on it anytime soon. And yeah, that's all I've really been up to. Coming up, like I said, I wanted to, oh, I have fuzz in my hair. Coming up, I wanted to start that shawl for my friend. I want to get started on a hat for my niece for Christmas, which she's gonna love. When you guys see it, you guys are gonna like it, I think. And finishing up the socks and putting a couple rows on that boomerang shawl, I think, are all goals for, oh, and that little summer shirt that I told you guys I wanted to start on for my daughter, that is definitely got to be on some needles. So those are my plans for the month of May, and possibly to start another pair of socks. I also have not done any progress on those funkified blue socks. And I still don't know if I am going to finish them or what. Just because I don't really like them. And you know, when you're not really loving something that you're creating, you're kind of like, do I really want to put any more effort into this? So I don't know. Maybe I'll just make them to go ahead and finish them, because I am halfway. Like, well, you know, I'm at the heel. I need to put the heels in. So I don't know. I'm still debating about that. So we will see if I end up doing that or not. And then I wanted to talk to you guys about something that happened. You have seen these socks before, and some bad stuff happened to them. I'm trying to show you guys. This is the heel of one of them. Can you see that? How it's like, you see, there's my finger. So the fiber is falling off of it. And these were the wool-free yarn from, I think I got it at Hobby Lobby as well. But look, that is just, I guess that's the nylon. And so there it is. So I was really bummed out because I really liked them. They kept my feet really warm. This is the other one, by the way. The other one, the heel is not is not bad, but look at that toe. That toe is toe up. Sorry, didn't have to do that, but anyways, it really is super, super sad, and I'm just really bummed out. I'm super bummed out because, again, I put all the effort into them, and it just really, it sucks. It sucks that they are now falling apart. So, I don't know. I was also thinking that I'm not sure if it is the yarn or if it has to do with the fact that I am using 2.75 circular needles, and I'm a loose knitter. So I think I may end up having to buy smaller needles. But these are the only ones that I've made that I've really been wearing. So I can't really say that all of my socks are going to do that. So I think I really need to get to getting the, oh look, here's the fiber that was in there that had fallen out. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and wash the other ones, and I'm gonna give myself a little block party in here, blocking all the stuff I need. And then seeing if maybe it is. So then if I feel like the other socks are gonna be doing the same thing, I think it may end up being that I am just having really, really loose gauge, and therefore I need to do something. So yeah. I don't know. I'm just feeling way, way bummed out. And I apologize if I haven't really been talking to you. I'm sorry. I was trying to get stuff on camera. So anyways, so yeah, so I don't know if I want to knock the yarn to the bad place or not, because like I said, I think it might be more of my loose gauge than anything else. So, but if you have had the same issue and you think your gauge was quite well, then please let me know, and maybe it is the yarn, maybe the wool-free yarn really is not the way to go. And the reason why I got it was just because I thought that maybe using wool socks was going to make my feet super itchy. And so, yeah, maybe that's not what's going to happen. So, anyways, all right, wanted to talk about those. And so, I'm going to scoot this way now. And I got acquisitions, but I'm going to take a break. Okay, so I had mentioned that I wanted to go get some wool wash from my local yarn store, and therefore I did. I went to my local yarn store, which is not really that local. It's about a 20 to 30 minute drive depending on traffic, and but I made it there, and it is the whole 9 yarns in I think it's in Woodstock, Georgia. So I made it out there, and I got myself some Eucalan. I got this huge one, which is Rapture, and then I got the tiny one of Grapefruit. And so these were my 2 acquisitions from there. And I was actually thinking that that's where I'm going to go to get the yarn for my friend's shawl. I think they would have a better option, because they did go by Tuesday mornings where I got this one, but they didn't have any more of a color that I thought she would like. So I think I'm going to end up going back there to look for that yarn for her. So yay. And the ladies well, there was two ladies, but only one of them was in the front, and she was super friendly, and she invited me to go and just knit, even if I don't buy anything. She's like, you're welcome to just come in and sit down and knit and just take a load off. So I was like, okay, cool, thanks. And so yeah, like I said, maybe I'll end up going in, taking my knitting, and sitting there for a little bit before I end up getting some yarn. But I will keep you guys posted. I did take a tiny bit of video while I was there, so I will try and put it in, and you guys can have a look at that. So yeah. Okay, and so now to the really big acquisition, which is that I got this box in the mail this week, and in it are some beautiful, beautiful, beautiful goodies. So, hubby, I love him, he went ahead and got me some birthday gifts. My birthday is in May, and I am super, super psyched. When I opened it, I was geeking out so much. I was like, oh, it was really hard for me to contain my happiness. And he was like, well, I think you should go ahead and share it on the podcast before you actually use it, so that you are able to present it in its, pristine, I don't even know. I'm so excited. just to, for you guys to see how nicely everything came in and everything. Words, you guys, are hard sometimes. Anyways, so he got me some googly eyes because he knows I love making amigurumis. So he got me a whole bunch of different sizes and everything, googly eyes. Yay, googly eyes. Or, they're not googly eyes. What the heck? They are safety eyes. He got me safety eyes, not googly eyes. And they come in different colors and everything. And so they come in this bag. And the backs of them come in these little bags, separate from the eyes themselves. So that was really nice. And then he also got me, there's going to be crinkling because everything, like I said, is still in its packaging. He got me these hooks. I'm going to rip the plastic to show you guys. And I honestly, they have stayed in the box. I did not do anything to them. So they range from size 2mm or B to size J or 6mm. So those are perfect. I hardly ever use anything smaller than like a 3. So these are all awesome. And so, okay, that was in there. And then I'm going to show you, we had a conversation about what I wanted in the future. And I gave him a list of my number 1 and my number 2 things that I wanted. And they are both needles, sets of needles. And in one of my previous videos, someone pointed me, to the direction of these, which are the Knitter's Prize 16-inch, because they are the 4, they have smaller tips. And so he got me these. And these are my number 2 on my list. Because I really enjoyed working with them when I got them at the my local yarn shop when it closed. So I really enjoyed them. Look at them. So when they pointed me to this, one of the viewers, thank you so much. I had put them on my wish list, and all the stuff that he got was on my wish list on Amazon. So he got these, and I am just super psyched about these because look at those beautiful wooden needles. They are just so beautiful. My sister was making fun of me because she was like, "You're getting spoiled rotten, aren't you? You just went to YarnCon and you're getting needles." I was like, what can I say? So anyway, so these, I am so grateful, thankful to husband. Thank you so much, hubby, for getting me this. So then, like I said, all of these items were on my wish list. And my number one were actually these. And my daughter said I should have a noise, so I'm going to go boop, 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 boop. It is the Complete ChiaoGoo twist tip in the 4-inch tips. So, oh my freaking god, guys. Like I said, I was psyched enough about these. But then to get these, I was just like, are you kidding me? Yes, I feel spoiled rotten. I am, like I said, so glad and grateful. And I am totally geeking out. I don't expect anything really for Christmas or next year's birthday because I think this was way beyond anything that he could have or should have gotten. But yeah, I'm just super thankful. So this is the complete set, and it comes with, these are the cables and the tips. And the tips range from US 2 or 2.75 millimeter to US 15 or 10 millimeter. And yeah, they are awesome. And like I mentioned when I showed you guys the other ChiaoGoos, these, the way that they're made, I think they are hollow inside. So they weigh like, they don't weigh anything. They are super light, super sleek and nice for your stitches. They are pointy enough, but not too pointy to where you end up splitting your yarn. And I wanted to show you guys. So this is the smallest and this is the largest tip. And look at that. I am so glad that I was able to get these. And so I think this is going to be my knitting whatever the heck I feel like set, and this is going to be my hat set, just because like I have the small 16-inch circular cables. But yeah, you guys, he went ahead and did that, and I am so happy and grateful and excited and can't wait to use them. And now that I've shown them to you guys, I can do that. So yeah, I can't wait to start up on something. I am going to actually cast on, I think, for my daughter's sweater. And then, like I said, I want to also start the hat for my niece. Although the hat for my niece, I can't find the pattern. I had printed it out. I had all the yarn in a bag that I was going to use. And then now it's MIA. So I'm just like, what happened? I don't know. And like I said, the room where I am right now is a bomb went off. I cleared out a whole bunch of stuff, threw a lot of stuff away, took stuff to get donated, and hopefully I didn't put it in there and I didn't just lose a whole bunch of yarn and my pattern. But yeah, so anyways, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me. I am so happy to share my time with you guys. And yeah. I did want to talk about two people that I know have mentioned me in their videos. One of them is a show and tell video, and it is Megan. I don't know if I've mentioned her before, but she has a show and tell on YouTube. It's Toe Creations, and she has an Etsy shop, and she has crocheted items, and she sells project bags. So if you guys are looking for any of that, you can head over there and give her a go. And so, hey Megan, just wanted to say hi and thank you for mentioning me. And then the other actually commented on my video today, and I was geeking out because I have watched all of his videos and he was gone for a little while, and I was so glad when I saw that he finally uploaded another video, because I really enjoy all of the stuff that he has shown on his podcast, and that is John Fidel from Boys Don't Knit podcast. And yeah, hey Fidel, thanks so much for watching my video. And also yeah, I'm just like geeking out. I was geeking out so bad over both of them when I heard with Megan, I was watching her show and tell, and then she mentioned me. But then to have John comment on one of my videos, I was like, what? I was blown away. And he said he's going to be watching some Porco Rosso. Hope you like it. It is an awesome movie. It is one that we have watched over and over and over again, and we really enjoy it. So yeah, hope you enjoy it too. And like I said, thank you guys so much for being here with me for a little bit. I apologize for the rambling. It tends to happen. And yeah, I hope you are all doing well. I will be back probably mid-May. No promises, just because, like I said, I think I'm going to be busy this week, and also this month is the last month of school for my kids, so I may end up having to do more volunteering at the schools and stuff. So I'm not sure if I'm going to have too much time, but whenever I get some time, I would gladly sit down, have a little chat with you guys, and just share my yarny goodness that I have. So until next time, you guys take care y hasta la próxima.